We finish the program tonight with the voices of those whose lives have been changed forever because of the events of March 15 last year. There were nearly 100 victim impact statements delivered in court in Christchurch over the last few days. Survivors and family members who spoke courageously about their pain and loss, and in some cases, hope.
I met this guy not on 15th of March. I met him 2 weeks before 15th of March. He came to visit the mosque, and he was beside me, and I was looking at his eyes, and he never looked at me. He was wearing white shirt with the black strip. He was inside the mosque 2 weeks before the attack.
God says in the Quran, whoever kills one innocent soul, it is as if he has killed the entire mankind.
My father, the apple of our eyes, Abdel Fattah Qasim, hear the name.
And you killed 51.
I wonder if he was in pain, if he was frightened, and what his final thoughts were.
When the shooting started, I thought it was firecrackers. I hid in a storeroom of the women's prayers room with the other women. I lay flat on the floor, wedged under a stack of chairs, with my hands covering my head.
And I wish more than anything in the world that I could have been there to hold his hand and tell him that it would all be okay. But I couldn't do that.
As the shooting sounds increased in intensity, as though it was getting nearer to the room, I repeatedly told the women to pray quietly, as I feared the gunmen may hear and find us in the storeroom. I stayed in that position until the police came in and let us out from the building. I saw dead bodies on the path outside the mosque.
I never would have ever imagined that the country in which my parents immigrated to for safety and for a successful future for their children would result in this.
He is a loner, a big fat loser, a coward and a pathetic human being.
This didn't have to happen.
I want you to know you have not broken our society. You made us even more visible as a Muslim community.
Your father was a garbage man, and you became trash of society. You deserve to be buried in a landfill.
I held a 3-year-old boy in my arms, praying that he was still alive. He was not. You took him away. He was free.
Today you are called terrorists, and you proved that to the world that I was not, and us as a Muslim were not terrorists. I say to the people of New Zealand that terrorists do not have religion, race, and color. Please, I want you to give this man the highest punishment if you can. I want you not to let this man see the sun. Never, ever.
This tragedy has brought the world together. There was no ethnicity, race, or creed. We stood as one family.
You killed 51. They left behind 34 spouses, 92 children, and more than 100 siblings who now have to endure the life sentence of being without their loved ones.
I tried to help my friend to pull her back, and as I touched her, the defendant shot at her again and me.
You choose to perform a despicable and cowardly act. My son now leaves this temporary world as a martyr.
Brothers and sisters in Islam.
This monster had no right to take my son from me.
Brothers and sisters in humanity.
I was desperately hoping that he was alive.
Brothers and sisters in New Zealand.
I have a life sentence now and will forever feel my loss.
We are broken-hearted.
I want you to know the dread I felt in my gut.
But we are not broken. to the families of the victims. Your loved ones did not die in vain. Their blood has watered the seeds of hope.